Wage your bets, are you in the Flex camp or the Snap-on camp? Today we're pairing up the FLEX FX1451 mid-torque impact wrench against the Snap-on CT9015. Let's get started. Well, in front of us we have the FLEX FX1451 on the right, which is their mid-torque impact wrench, 24 volt mid-torque impact. And on the left is the Snap-on CT9015, kind of termed as their mid-torque as well. You can see size-wise they're very close in both height, looks like length as well. We'll check the weight here in just one moment. But anyway, we got the Snap-on CT9015 on the left. Now the Snap-on is an 18 volt tool and the FLEX is a 24 volt tool. Now you can get the FLEX paired with a 3.5 amp hour stacked lithium battery, which usually is like a stackable type of lithium battery, or you can get it kitted with a 5 amp hour more cylindrical cell, more typical cylindrical cell battery as well. Very close to the same size. The 3.5 is a little bit shorter, a little bit denser as well, or a little bit more dense. The Snap-on, the only way you can get it is with the 5 amp hour 18 volt battery. We're going to run it with the 3.5 amp hour, but we may stick the 5 amp hour in there as well. Now you can see the FLEX looks like it's a little bit taller, right at a little over 10.5 inches, and the Snap-on is right at, looks like right at 10 inches. So the FLEX is just about a ½ inch taller than the Snap-on. And again, that could change. If you put a 2.5 amp hour, you could bring that down, but you may lose some capacity in that. Now, both of these tools are running on a brushless motor. They both have multiple speed modes. The Snap-on only offers 3 different power modes. The FLEX offers actually 3 different power modes and an auto mode where it's going to either slow down or stop the socket based on whether it's tightening or loosening, and we'll show that here in a moment. The Snap-on does not have any type of automatic bolt removal or auto shut off or anything like that, just 3 different power modes. One thing I'm not crazy about on the Snap-on is these little blister buttons that are kind of hard to press. It's both on the battery as well as this. I don't want to get into full reviews of each of these because we've actually done full reviews of each of these, so we'll have links in the description if you're interested in that. So I won't go over every single feature, but just wanted to mention some commonalities here. If I lay these kind of on their back, you can see the Snap-on is a little bit taller than the FLEX. So or tip to tail, if you will, a little bit longer than the FLEX is. We'll get a actual measurement here. On the FLEX, from the front to back, you're looking at 6¼ inches. And on the Snap-on, you're looking at 6¾ inches. So where the Snap-on was a ½ inch shorter, now the Snap-on is a ½ inch longer when it comes from the tip of the anvil to the back of the tool. You also see that the Snap-on has a little more rake in the handle, which means it leans forward a little further than the FLEX does. Don't know if that matters to you. Also, the handle on the Snap-on is a bit boxier than the FLEX is. The FLEX is more elliptical to fit the hand, where the Snap-on is more kind of just a robust, big rectangle handle. If you have smaller hands, you may not like that fit. Now, when it comes to the actual width of the tool, I think the Snap-on's probably a little bit slimmer. Let's see here. Yeah, so 2.71 inches. And the Snap-on, no, actually not. Yeah, 2.75 inches. So both these tools remarkably similar in sizes for sure. They both have variable speed triggers, so regardless of the max RPM, you can also slow these down to as slow as you want to. And speaking of RPM, max of 2,700 RPM on the FLEX. And on the Snap-on, I believe it's max of like 1,850 RPM, and blows per minute or impacts per minute, max of 3,520 on the Snap-on and max of 3,100 on the FLEX. On the FLEX, we have an LED light that shines up from the bottom, and on the Snap-on, we have the light that shines from right there below the anvil. Let's take these over and see how they match up on the test bench. Well, the first thing we're going to do, we're actually going to compare these two by torquing these first 4 fasteners to 200 foot-pounds, kind of simulating, a lug nut. Lug nuts are typically, torqued at somewhere between 85 and 130 foot-pounds on passenger cars and light trucks. So after they've had some corrosion, some rust, let's just say 200. So we're going to set these at 200 foot-pounds and then try to run all 4 off one after another with each tool to see which one kind of stands out above the other. We use our high torque tool here set at 200 foot-pounds. Okay, we're going to run the flex first. So we'll grab the socket. You can see our index marks here. You can see it spinning. But anyway, we're going to time these first 4 at 200 foot-pounds. We're in reverse, and we're on mode 3. Not a tough job for the flex. Not sure how long that was, but probably about a second a piece, maybe a second and a half a piece to break those free. Next, we'll have the snap-on. Let's get these torqued back again. Now we've got our fasteners torqued back to 200 foot-pounds again. Now we'll take the snap-on. We know in reverse, we're in mode 3, the most powerful. Oh, no, I'm sorry. If it's red, it's in forward. So let's switch to reverse. Should turn to green. Mode 3, it's the strongest. And here we go at 200 foot-pounds. So it didn't cause a lot of problem for the snap-on, but did take considerably longer than the flex did. Now let's go ahead and see what we can reach with max torque. Okay, now we have our fasteners torqued to 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, and 700 foot-pounds. If we make it past here, we'll break out our heavy-duty torque setting tool and we'll move on with the larger fasteners. But let's see how far we get with the flex. 3.5 amp hour battery, still have a full charge in here, and we're still in mode 3 and in reverse. So let's start at 200 foot-pounds. Okay, so it's time to roll on to the larger fasteners, and if things look a little bit different, it's because it's been a couple of days, because what happened was we realized our socket was just a bit too out of shape to actually hit these heavier fasteners, and it was absorbing or basically not allowing the impact to hit, so we had to buy a new socket. So we also cut the fasteners down, the length of the fasteners. So again, if things look just a tad different, it's because we've changed a couple of things, but not anything other than just cutting the length down on the actual threads, as well as using a shorter socket and replacing the socket. But both impacts will use the same socket, so nothing has changed so far. So we're moving to the larger socket, moving to the larger fastener, and we're starting at 500 foot-pounds. We still have a full battery, and we're still in power mode 3. We're in reverse. Nice new markings on the socket. So let's go at 500 foot-pounds. So as typical with our impact testing, it was moving at the 10-second mark, so that's why we let it hammer or impact longer than 10 seconds to go ahead and continue to break that free. So we've gone all the way through 700 foot-pounds with the Flex. Let's switch over to the Snap-on and see how far we get. Okay, we've retorqued all our fasteners, and now we're going to start at 100 foot-pounds and then go 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 700 foot-pounds. We have a full battery. We're also in loosen, that's the green lights. In mode 3, all 3 lights are lit up. Let's make sure we're in reverse. Yes, we're in reverse, so let's start at 100 foot-pounds. Okay, it didn't move after 10 seconds, so all we got was 400 foot-pounds with the Snap-on. With the Flex, we've gone all the way to 700. Let's see if we can squeak out some more with the Flex. Okay, we've got our fasteners retorqued to 800, 900, and 1,000 foot-pounds. Full 3.5 amp hour battery, power mode 3, in reverse. Okay, we didn't move it after 10 seconds, so we did get 900 foot-pounds. We did not get 1,000 foot-pounds. So the Flex, mid-torque, breaking free 900 foot-pounds. The Snap-on, breaking free 400 foot-pounds, but could not accomplish 500. When it comes to power, there's no doubt that the Flex is outperforming the Snap-on really in all realms, from quickness of being able to do repetitive tasks to even, having the max power for sure by more than doubling the nut busting torque or breakaway torque of the Snap-on. We accomplished 400 foot-pounds with the Snap-on, and with the Flex we accomplished 900. And by the way, we were able to break free that 1,000, but it took more than 10 seconds to do that before it was actually breaking it free. So we stopped at the 900 foot-pounds, or as far as scoring it with that. Now when it comes to pricing, Snap-on is definitely king of the hill, meaning it's going to be the most expensive. So you can get this as a bare tool for $405, and it comes with a 2-year warranty. Now you can get the Flex as a bare tool for $199, and it comes with a 5-year warranty, but if you buy it before the end of the year, you get the Founder's warranty, which is a lifetime warranty. So 5-year, lifetime, one of those you're going to get with the Flex, and at $199. Now the better deal is when you step up to buying this as a package deal or a kit price with the 3.5 amp hour stacked lithium battery and a charger. You can get this for $299. Now if you opt for a single 5 amp hour battery with the 1451 and a charger, it's only $269. You can get it for $199 bare tool, 269 with the 5 amp hour typical cylindrical cell battery, or the 3.5 amp hour stacked lithium battery with the charger is going to cost you $299. Now, when you step up to a kit with the Snap-on, the only kit option you have is the charger, 2 5 amp hour batteries, and the CT9015, and that's going to cost you in the $800 range. So definitely a standout when it comes to pricing and performance, and we have to give it the nod to the Flex for sure, because we're outperforming, as well as a lot better price point, a lot better warranty as well. Now, the Flex does stand a little bit taller and maybe just a touch wider. Actually, we measured the width and it really wasn't any different. So a little bit taller, depending on which battery you want, but with the 3.5 amp hour battery, we were outperforming the 5 amp hour battery on the Snap-on. So let us know what you think. Also, keep track of us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and even TikTok. And if you don't mind, would you hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't done so already? And by all means, if you hated our video, well, give us a thumbs down, but would you let us know in the comments why? Have a great day. Keep smiling.